Are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
Collecting more.
They say that you're insensitive to the suffering of the people.
I don't actually care what people say about me. I'm the first Malay to appear on the pages of newspaper. By my background, I'm not supposed to be where I am.
And I want to find out, how did you become so wealthy?
I've never done government contracts, whether at federal or at state level. My counsel will be...
Between politics and private business, which one leads to wealth faster and which one sustains wealth?
Politics is not supposed to be a business. Politics is supposed to be a means that will lead to the development of a country. But because people see it as a business, they see it as a means of livelihood. That is why everybody is dying and fighting to go to the National Assembly or to become a governor.
A few days ago, it trended when the General Overseer of Redeem came out and said that Tinubu should not be blamed for the hardship and insecurity in the country, that he has tried his best. What's your take on that?
Maybe he's doing Yoruba Parapok, but if it's the same market that we go to, that they go to, if it's the same environment we live in, that people are being kidnapped on daily basis, children are being killed in the wilderness, a 5-year-old child murdered in cold blood in the wilderness. No minister of God will speak like that. I was in Ibadan not too long ago. There's a 6-story building I saw, and I counted about 40 churches.
On one building?
On one building. You cannot have a good economy, a good country, where you have more churches than industries.
On September 2022 on Arise TV, you declared PDP dead, buried, and cannot rise again. What exactly happened to PDP?
Because it was sold.
Who sold it?
These 3 people sold it to Tinubu and APC. You have no primary school, you have no secondary school, and you are releasing university. How? Tinubu is the only Nigerian that have no class. He has no classmates. The other time I made a challenge on Twitter. I say anybody who can show me one classmate of Tinubu, I will give the person 5 million naira. 2 months, not one person. He's the only Nigerian that have no classmates, whether primary school or secondary school. Nobody has come out to say. Instead, they stole Donald Duke's picture. They didn't know that people will know and say this is when he was in federal government college in Sokoto. Donald Duke come out saying, Amio. Now they brought another one for NYSC.
I saw it.
The owner don't come and say, I'm suing you, Mr. President. He said he's threatening to sue. So how can that kind of character be the president of a country? You have no primary school, you have no secondary school, and you are releasing university. How? Tinubu is the only Nigerian that have no class. He has no classmates. The other time I made a challenge on Twitter. I say anybody who can show me one classmate of Tinubu, I will give the person 5 million naira. 2 months, not one person. He's the only Nigerian that have no classmates, whether primary school or secondary school. Nobody has come out to say. Instead, they stole Donald Duke's picture. They didn't know that people will know and say this is when he was in federal government college in Sokoto. Donald Duke come out saying, Amio. Now they brought another one for NYSC.
I saw it.
The owner don't come and say, I'm suing you, Mr. President. He said he's threatening to sue. What lesson are we bequeathing to our children with the type of presidents you have, that everything is fake? Everything is fake. Everything is unknown.
A mystery man.
Everything is unknown. Only a Capone operates like that. Because a Capone, you cannot know where he will sleep. You don't know where he will. You don't know his wife. You don't know his children. Sheyi's mother is different from Folashade's mother. Folashade's mother is different from the other children. All of them have different mothers. Apart from Remi Tinubu, do you know any wife of Tinubu? Do you even know Sheyi's mother? How can we continue and ask grace to abound? What lesson are Are we bequeathing to our children with the type of president you have that everything is fake? Everything is fake. Everything is unknown.
A mystery man.
Everything is unknown. Only a Capone operates like that. Because a Capone, you cannot know where he will sleep. You don't know where he will. You don't know his wife. You don't know his children. Sheyi's mother is different from Folashade's mother. Folashade's mother is different from the other children. All of them have different mothers. Apart from Remi Tinubu, do you know any wife of Tinubu? Do you even know Sheyi's mother? How can we continue insane and ask grace to abound? What lesson are we bequeathing to our children with the type of president you have that everything is fake? Everything is fake. Everything is unknown.
A mystery man.
Everything is unknown. Only a Capone operates like that.
I want to find out, how did you become so wealthy?
At the age of 12, I bought a goat, and this goat will give birth, and I will sell the offspring of the goat to pay my school fees in secondary school. From the offspring of that goat, I paid for my WAEC, paid for my JAMB, I paid for my first year and second year in Ahmadu Bello University. My school fees was through that goat investment. At age 18, I was already investing internationally, not on a large scale. You don't need to have all the money on earth to invest, to start investment. No, you start. When I did my Euro bond, I did that 27 years ago. At that time, Euro was 60 Naira to 1 euro. So you can calculate what that investment will be today, because I didn't touch it. Even with all the dividends, I roll it over year after year, and it's still there. And you know what the value of Euro is today? When I bought my Apple shares, how much was the share? Today, what is it? I bought Microsoft. In fact, when I bought my shares in Uber, my friends were laughing at me. Uber, what's wrong with you? Today, I know what it is. When I also got some shares in Zoom, people were laughing at me. Then COVID came, and Zoom went times 400. So just ask God for direction. When I started investing in franchise business in America over 20 years ago, started with one gave birth to two gave birth to three gave birth to four. So, but for people who do not know what you do, they can call you names, they can say your money is from politics, they can say your money is from anywhere. But I've been out of office since 2019. I've been out of public office since 2019, 7 years ago. My standards have not dropped. Definitely, you know there's a second address.
I want to find out, how did you become so wealthy?
At the age of 12, I bought a goat, and this goat will give birth, and I will sell the offspring of the goat to pay my school fees in secondary school. From the offspring of that goat, I paid for my WAEC, paid for my JAMB, I paid for my first year and second year in Ahmadu Bello University. My school fees was through that goat investment. At age 18, I was already investing internationally, not on a large scale. You don't need to have all the money on earth to invest, to start investment. No, you start. When I did my Euro bond, I did that 27 years ago. At that time, Euro was 60 Naira to 1 euro. So you can calculate what that investment will be today.
Ìjòyè ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o. Mo ti kúrò nínú ẹgbẹ́ yìí o, mo ti kúrò nínú ẹgbẹ́ yẹn yìí lẹ́lẹ́ mi o. Ẹyin mi wọ́n wá o, ẹyin mi wọ́n wá ẹrú rẹ̀ o, ẹrú rẹ̀ o, ẹrú rẹ̀ o, ẹrú rẹ̀ o, ẹ gbà mí o. Lọ́balọ́ba ẹ gbà mí o, ìjòyè ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí o. Mo ti kúrò nínú ẹgbẹ́ yìí o, mo ti kúrò nínú ẹgbẹ́ yẹn yìí lẹ́lẹ́ mi o.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening to us this morning. You're watching Political Roundtable with UB, and of course, I hope my co-host gonna be free, Uncle Dio. We just want to dissect this situation with Davido and of course Tinubu. The Osun State election has come and gone, and of course, we now know the winner of the election. However, there are still several aspects of this particular election that speak to us as Nigerians, and a lot is happening. Oh my God, a lot is happening, and even though I try to look away from it, I know I can't just ignore it. So if you're ready this morning, let us dissect what's going on. Sorry, guys. I just woke up not too long, so bear with me. I'm not fully awake, but I want to get this off my chest before our second show for the day. So basically, Davido is being dragged on social media as we speak. And Davido is being dragged for no other reason than him declaring that he's no longer interested in Nigeria politics. Of course, you know, the winner of the Osun state election is Davido's uncle, uh, Governor Adeleke. And after he won the election, barely 12 hours later, he was on national TV and he declared his allegiance to President Tinubu. And he said, like he promised before the election, he's still going to support President Tinubu 2027 presidential ambition. And following that, Davido tweeted on X, and Davido said he said Nigerian politics is evil and that he's done. And in the same tweet, he said he didn't bring anybody to the Osun election and nobody came to defend him or anything. He said the Nigerian politics is evil and that he washed his hands off Nigerian politics. He said, God help us all. And Nigerians are not having it. I've seen Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, everybody went after him like, dude, what the heck is wrong with you? You were all over social media trying to gain support for your uncle, and Nigerians were strongly behind you. Nigerians did everything possible to ensure that your uncle won his re-election. And what did your uncle say? Your uncle said he's still going to support the president that most people don't want to return to office. And now you are saying you're not going to be part of Nigeria politics. So my question, and the reason I'm doing this show is this. Do Nigerians need Davido's support in order for them to cast their vote for whoever they deem fit to be Nigerian president come 2027? Is Davido the only celebrity in Nigeria that everybody is now saying this guy is a betrayer? I just want to know. Or did Davido actually use Nigerians? Like, did he try to gain support or sympathy from Nigerians towards his uncle? And now that his uncle has secured the second time he just feel like, you know what, I'm done. What do you think about that? On the other hand, we also have Tinubu betraying his own party. Yes. If you are listening to political shows, you listen to TVs and all of that coming from Nigeria, you will see that we are now getting to find out that Tinubu actually set up APC and governorship candidate in Osun State. And what I'm getting from all of that is that all is not well in APC. I've been saying that for a while now, that APC is not as united as people think it is. They have their own internal battle ongoing. And the cracks are beginning to show. Because in this same Osun election, I think Tinubu has revealed something about him. Something some of us who are not really Tinubu fans, we are not really we are not one of those who actually fancy his political style. Let me just be candid. We have said on many occasions that Tinubu is all about Tinubu. Everything about Mr. President is him first, his family second, and his loyalists third. Then Nigerians comfort in that order. It has always been him, his family, his loyalists. That has ever been his modus operandi. And he's a godfather, you know. You know the way godfathers operate. You have to kiss the ring. If you don't kiss the ring, there is nothing for you. So what I found out from listening to so many shows was that prior to this Osun State election, when PDP finally imploded and everybody was finding their ways, Tinubu wanted to bring Governor Adeleke to APC. But because of the Osun politics, so for those who are not aware of this, Osun politics has always been a kind of unique one. There are too many power at play in Osun politics. And Tinubu wanted Adeleke to come to APC because Tinubu knew Adeleke got what it takes to secure Osun State. Besides that, APC struggles in Osun in every election cycle. PDP won in 2023, and now 2027, they are still trying to claim that state. If you remember, in the last presidential election, Atiku won Osun State, and that is a blow to Mr. President. Because for those who don't know, Mr. President is not originally from Lagos State. He is from Osun State. That actually is his state of origin. So imagine when he ran in 2023, Peter Obi won the election in Lagos State, which was to everyone surprised. Like, it was a shocker that Peter Obi, Omo Igbo, can defeat the almighty Tinubu in Lagos State that belongs to him. And that wasn't enough. In his own state of origin, Osun State, Atiku defeated him. So Baba needed Osun State. And if you know something about godfathers hate to lose. They don't like it. Godfathers are grabbers. They want to reach out and grab whatever they point or set their eyes on. But for him to have lost Lagos State and lost Osun State, it was like a personal battle to Mr. President. So when PDP scattered, Mr. President wanted Adeleke to come to APC. And if Adeleke have crossed over to APC, that is a done deal for him. But then the APC jugnuns, what's this man named Oyetola, the former governor, and the guy that contested now, what's his name? Akibanji, or I don't even, Ambo, whatever they called him. And then you have BC Akonde, you have Omishori. These are heavy lifters in Osun State politics. And all of these folks, they are in APC. So when Tinubu suggested that Adeleke should cross over to the APC, these guys kicked against it. They went to Tinubu in Abuja and had a meeting with him and said, hell no, Adeleke cannot come. Don't blame them. This is politics, and of course they have to do political calculation because Adeleke is the incumbent governor. If he crosses over to APC, definitely he's going to be the leader of the party, because for those who don't know how political party works in Nigeria, the governor is the leader of the political party in the state. So if Adeleke had come over to the APC, Adeleke now become the boss to all of them. And by so doing, Adeleke can replace as many people as possible within the APC in Osun State and have his own men mounting occupying those positions. So these folks kicked against the like, no, you shouldn't come. And that was how Adeleke now move on to Accord Party. And to them, they thought, they say, what is Accord Party? Accord Party is irrelevant. Accord Party was just like Labour Party before Peter Obi. They had nobody, no strength, no political wherewithal, anything. There is no political heavyweight, you know. So all the APC guys think, yeah, we got it. We're going to crush this. It's going to be. But then, again, President Tinubu is President Tinubu for a reason. There is a reason they call President Tinubu the strategist in chief. This man sabi politics past many of the people that are trying to contest against him or do anything with him. So, now, for those who are not aware, there was a meeting before the meeting. There was a meeting in Bodilon. According to what we hear, or according to the grapevine, allegedly, they said Davido's dad took Governor Adeleke to go and visit Tinubu at Bodilon way before now. And that was when Adeleke's fate was sealed, that he's going to be the governor of Osun State. And you know one thing about Tinubu, me, even though I don't like his political style, I respect him a lot for being a man of his words. Tinubu is a deal maker. If he strike a deal with you, he's going to hold on to his end of the deal. And it's left for you to hold on to yours. And that is why a lot of people might not understand why Wike is doing whatever he want to do. Wike is just like a mini version of Tinubu when it comes to making deals. If Wike tells you, this is what I'm going to do, what will you do for me in return? And you say, okay, I will do this. Trust Wike. Wike will hold on to his end of the deal. That is how Tinubu operate. So Tinubu wanted Adeleke to cross over to the APC, but the APC chieftain said no, he can't come. Then guess what Tinubu did? When they were going to the Osun State election, Tinubu was like, you know what? You guys should go to the battlefield. Oh yeah? Everybody, go fight your battle yourself. So in other words, Tinubu was not actively trying to overrun Adeleke to the advantage of APC. So Baba just sat back and said, no. Everybody go try your luck, whatever you can do. And that was the reason why we have how many governors that went to Osun State now? Those governors, they all went to Osun State thinking they are going to intimidate Adeleke and carry the day. But here's the thing. You can't ring election without the approval of the power that be. Because you are going to need some machineries. You're going to need the law enforcement and you're going to need the thugs for you to ring election. And how do you ring election under incumbent governor if there is no one power that is above that governor that can override whatever the governor has to do? And that is where the federal might conversation get into this mix. So now what people are now saying, especially from APC, they are now saying, oh, Tinubu turns on APC, Tinubu betrayed APC and all of that. So we're going to examine that too. Anyway, that is my rant this morning. I have with me in the building my one and only baddest political co-host, Uncle Dayo, in the building. Uncle Dayo.
Uncle Ben, how are you, sir? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. So good to be here again on Political Roundtable.
Yes,
a lot of things are happening in the country presently now, but we thank God for the gift of life. I would thank God for being here today. Once again, I welcome everybody. Thank you, sir.
Uncle Dayo, that your country wahala too much. Wahala too much.
What you go do?
Wahala no dey tire una.
Trump don't talk, say we are country of particular concern. So now the concern now him with the face now.
All right, let's get into political roundtable. Let me see my people first of all in the chat. Shout out to my own sister Rose all the way from New York, and thank you, Sister Rose, for that beautiful, huge gift. God bless you, Sister Rose. Tear me money. God bless you, Sister Rose. Love you, Mama. Sister Defunke in the building. How you doing, my lovely sister? You're welcome, and of course, our own baby of the house, Abby, in the chat also. Abby, what's up, mommy? How are you doing? Mr. Comparable Fact, my boss. It's been a while, sir. How are you? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let us discuss political roundtable. Let's begin to examine some of the issues of particular concern that we have this morning.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, Uncle Dayo, let us start with Davido. Uncle Dayo, are you aware that Davido is getting a lot of dragging and backlash on social media?
Yes, sir. I'm aware of that, and then I think it boils down to the fact that people were like expecting much more from him. They were thinking that after helping his uncle to win the political seats, to win the governorship of this Osun state, that he will not become a forefront political figure, championing the youth in the next general election for the presidency and all. And the guy would likely decline. That he has no interest in Nigerian politics, that Nigerian politics is dirty and all. So, and I cannot blame him. He has seen it all. We all know it. It's like somebody that is wearing white. You cannot afford to go and play in the mud, and you are saying that you don't want to get stained. If you don't want to get stained, please stay out of Nigerian politics, because they usually splash mud on you. So I can't blame the guy.
Right? Okay. Let's first of all have this. Let's have this poll as I go into what people are saying about Davido online. Man, I tire for our Nigerians, man. Okay, let me even add third option. Davido is a user. All right, people, you're welcome, everybody. I see you, my brother, Mr. Kami. You're welcome. So here is our first poll. Did Davido betray Nigerians? 1 for yes, 2 for no, and 3 for Davido is a user. Let's get that straight first and foremost. Did Davido betray Nigerians? Did he betray Nigerians one way or the other? Please cast your vote. I see we have 35 watching. Do me a favor, hit the like. How many likes do we have right now? Let me check. Just 6 likes. Come on, my people. Let's get the likes to 20, please. That means the vast majority of the people watching right now, they haven't liked the show. So please just take 2-3 seconds to hit like and then come back to the chat. So do you think Davido betrayed Nigerians? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for Davido is a user. Abby, I see you in the background. I don't know, maybe you are preparing for your show or something. Troublemaker Abby. What's up, Abby? How you doing?
Uncle Dio. Good afternoon. I was just missing you. I said, let me enter studio. No, I came to drop the link for Mr. Comparable because I noticed you did not see his.
I didn't see it on time. Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
No
How are you doing? How is the UK?
It's good one, like a little family trip. So that's why I've been quiet. Busy.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that. All right, before you run away, since you and Davido, you guys are Gen Z.
Hey, my OBO. I told you that I really like this guy, but you don't believe me.
You like Davido, but when it comes to Sophia,
I just hold him accountable.
I'm a baby Chioma. That's when you don't like him.
I just hold him accountable. But this is my favorite Nigerian artist.
Okay, so Abby.
You are not at this show now in London.
I was.
Were you at the show in London?
Yes, I told you I was going.
Wow.
On the 14th. Yeah.
That's a great one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See,
Thank you.
Uncle Dio, you know my Abby is a big girl now. Big girl, you know. Maybe Abby will show us videos of where she's twerking.
No, I don't twerk. I don't twerk. I'm a classy lady.
Okay, Abby. Politically speaking, do you think Davido betrayed Nigerians?
No. He believes in what he believes in, and this is why I like Davido. I feel like there was a period where we've seen him have taking pictures. We've seen him take pictures with Tinubu and them lot, right? But he can. The thing about Davido, which is why you have to love him, even if he annoys you, you must love him. It's by force. It's because he can come back and say, "Listen, these are the youth that I can relate to. Yes, I may not share in their pain because number one, I'm American. Number two, I'm privileged. I have money to sort myself out. But this is what they're complaining about. So why would I stand with APC? He has no reason to stand with APC at this point, Uncle Ben, when he has seen what the youth that support him, the youth that make him relevant, right, are going through. And you have to respect him for that.
Okay.
You have to. Yes, I know the other parties, people are saying it's because it does not benefit your family or your uncle. That's why you're saying it. Whatever. At this point, he's just speaking. This is his truth, and let's all stand by it. Do you understand? So no, I don't think so, Uncle Ben. I don't think so.
Okay.
I like that people, when you're in, I've said this before, Uncle Ben, that I don't want us to be disingenuous about the fact that some celebrities cannot speak up, because sometimes when you speak against the people in authority, it will affect your business, it will affect your craft. We've seen it so many times, right? So you have to respect the ones that are able to stand up and, damn the consequences pretty much. And you also have to respect the ones that say, okay, I got it wrong, I thought that this was the best candidate and I'm changing my mind now. There's nothing wrong with seeing the light and changing your mind, in my opinion. So.
Okay. All right. Before I quickly bring Mr. Comparable in, let me just quickly read what Davido tweeted and the whole house caught fire. So after Davido's uncle won the election and the uncle declared that he's supporting President Tinubu for 2027, I think that kind of surprised Davido, because Davido never at any time said he's going to support Tinubu. In fact, I think he has somehow shaded Tinubu once or twice in the past. So Davido came back and Davido tweeted this. He said, I brought no one defended me. I backed my family on my own. You guys are ruthless and disgusting. Ew. I have done my job. Nigerian politics is evil, and I don't want to be a part of it till God help us. So the first person that came for him was Dayo Israel. Dayo Israel said, the third defining figure is David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido. Davido did not treat his role as symbolic. He was placed at the center of the youth mobilization and used his influence, network, music, digital reach, blah, 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 blah. Now, this guy, this Jackson, God knows how angry he was. So this Jackson replied to Davido and said, "Motherfucker." Motherfucker, you have to be a part of it till the next election is over at least. Are you saying your family is more important than most of your fans who are Nigerians suffering from all the hardship of this government? You must finish what you started. Don't be a selfish N-word. If you behave like this, all I will remember you as is a selfish N-word again. Man, don't piss me off. Although Davido replied this particular guy, Davido say he will a madman or something. Anyway, Mr. Comparable, this is what we got going on social media, and a lot of people are dragging Davido like there is no tomorrow, and some people are actually coming to his aid and said, no, this is not Davido is not Nigerian savior. Leave him alone. He had to show up for his uncle. What are your thoughts around this, sir?
So, greetings, everybody. It's been a while. Dayo, UB, and
Yes,
my
sir.
lovely young,
Mr. Comparable, you're welcome, sir. Been a while, sir. Welcome, sir.
Hello, Mr. Comparable.
So having said that, Nigerian politics, like I said, I mean, Nigerian politics is very touchy, okay? And I answered number 2 and number 3. Why did I do that? You know, Davido, you know, Davido is a user. That's one, and he did not betray Nigeria. I mean, Davido is after his, you know, his own interest, which is the family, confess. So he's never getting interest in Nigerian politics. I mean, if you look at the past election or whatever we've been having, Davido never comment. You know, after all, he went to meet Tinubu or something. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that, but Davido is about, you know, his own interest. That's what concerns him. It's not about politics. So all these people bashing him, yeah, do they have? Yeah, I can see where they are coming from. Okay, because he's an influencer, you know, and a lot of people like him. He's probably the highest influencer in Nigeria. So I can see how they say, you know, he betrayed him or whatever. He doesn't want to say anything about Nigerian politics. But I don't think Davido care about that. Davido only care about him. When I say him, I mean his family. You know. So I don't see why, you know, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's just the way Nigerian politics is. So that's where Davido is. But having said that, speaking about the Osun election, I followed it a little bit. So I mean, it just like just nothing really. There's no improvement. There's nothing progressive when it comes to Nigerian politics. I mean, look at how many people has died. Look at, they say they spend about 6 trillion or whatever. I don't know how much, you know. But that's the taxpayer money. So we're not really getting better, regardless of who won. I don't really care who won. Nigerian politics is very dirty. Where we are, there's no progression in what we're doing. We're just going backwards if we look at everything, you know. Not, I mean, I just get tired of speaking about, you know, Nigerian politics or whatever, but I said, I'm going to come in and enjoy, you know, and see what's going on. So when people say that Tinubu, whatever role Tinubu play, whether Adeleke, whether they have a plan already, whether they have an agreement with all this thing, I don't know. I'm not there. Everything is just conditional, you know. Nobody has been able to prove it or disprove it. I mean, I can see where that can be true, because if you look at what he said after the election, you know, or before the election, that he's going to support him. Even with the shenanigans that went through, you know, a lot of people have been killed. I don't know the actual number. Some people say 40, 50, you know, and a lot of people in Abuja right now, you know, APC. Did our core party participate in the shenanigans? Yes. They kill people too, you know, whether it's defensive killing or whatever. It's just kind of plain me that nothing is actually happening in Nigeria. So, but anyway, going back to what I was saying, the agreement between him and Adeleke, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the conspiracy theory could be true. It may not be true, but the bottom line is, you know, what if you ask me, this is strictly my opinion. APC was willing to win the election. They want to win the election by any means necessary. Look at the whole big wheel they send there. You know, I mean, all the old governors, most of the governors, you know, like and some other, you know, even all of them, the president. So they really want to win the election. See, what I think actually happened is maybe because of the parallel voting, which, you know, which I commend the Osun people. They stay there, you know, at the polling booth and the collection center, you know, to see that their vote counted. Maybe this will be, you know, this will be something we can use for the next coming election. But I don't know how that's going to happen. Osun State is a very small state. Okay, it's a very small state. That may not, you know, APC to go back and, you know, risk strategize, you know, in order to see how they're going to, you know, they're going to win. APC is a diabolic, you know, it's a diabolic party. They want to do anything to win. That's how I see it. I mean, because actually what happened, I can't say anything that is positive when it comes to Nigeria election, because I still perceive that the next coming election, you know, is going to be worse. Let me go back to Adeleke before I finish. Maybe I can come in and say again. I can understand him playing politics after he has won or whatever. He said, he said, I'm supporting Tinubu. But there's a comment he made, I find it very offensive. This is where we are in Nigeria. Why do you have to say I support him because he's a Yoruba man? He's from the Southwest. That's kind
Did he said categorically that he's supporting him because he's a Yoruba man?
Yes, not just a Yoruba man, because he's a Yoruba man and he's a Southwest. Yeah, because he wants to.
You have the video.
He's building a lot of federal roads. He can bring it to the Southwest. Okay, that's good. But that comment about I support him, I mean, because he's not smart. I know he's playing politics, but when you digest that area, I support him because he's a Yoruba man. I mean, the Northerners do this. If the Northerners do this, because you know how the Northerners play their politics. You're gonna come here and condemn them, but making that kind of politics a man of your own caliber. He showed in a very tribalistic attitude. I mean, I find that to be very disgusting. Okay, just Nigerian politics, is very dirty. But let me stop from here. But I'll be here, so other people can speak.
Okay. Let me just quickly ask this, Mr. Comparable.
Yeah.
Do you think Adeleke is saying he's supporting Tinubu? Do you think that really carries weight? Does that really determine? Are you saying that automatically means that Nigerians are following Adeleke's word? Because the reason I'm saying that is this. Even right there in Osun State, people like him, fine. They voted for him. They defended their vote for him. But that is just his words. His words does not mean that the people will still not vote their own conscience when it comes to the presidential election. And also, I believe he's just showing media solidarity. I am not saying he's not supporting Tinubu, but I think making that statement publicly is just for the media rant, just to tell everybody, I'm with Mr. President. For me, the people that will say, I'm supporting Tinubu and I'll begin to take them seriously, definitely is going to be those people who are actually doing the work on the ground. Not the people that say it by mouth. So, Mr. Comparable, do you think him saying that now really carries weight?
Okay, let me say how I feel about that, that statement. Okay, I look at the statement in two angles. The first one, we know it's for political expediency. I'm supporting Tinubu, whatever arrangement they have or something like whatever it may be is reason. But if that statement that he made, I'm supporting Tinubu because he's a Yoruba man, he's from the Southwest. That I don't like. I don't like anything trouble when you come to Nigeria. It shows a very tribalistic attitude, I mean, a very tribalistic formation, That's what we have. People have to learn. What are you saying to the youth? So we have to still be playing this tribal politics. I know there's tribal politics, but for a man of your own caliber, you actually come on national TV and made that kind of comment. So everybody is going to support their tribe, regardless of who the person is. You don't care about competence. That's my that's the area which I find that to be very, very offensive. Then your second question is that because of the statement that he made, does that mean that the whole people from Osun State is going to vote for him? The man has, the man is very popular in Osun State. Yeah, that's going to sway a lot of votes. You say, okay, Tinubu come to Osun State during the election to campaign, and you see him with Tinubu campaigning in Osun State. Of course, it's going to sway a lot of people. I don't know how many percentage of people who don't like who don't like APC. But if Adeleke said, I want you all to vote for APC, a lot of people is going to vote. And, if you ask me right now, if we go out and start campaigning, regardless of how it seems like, Osun people, the people in Osun State are very educated. Of course, it's one of the most educated states in Nigeria. So they are very wise. But when it comes to politics and loyalty, and this man come and want you to support him, you can't tell me that he's not going to sway a lot of vote for APC, make APC win that state. If I have to bet right now that he's going to support Tinubu by any means necessary, that APC is not going to win Osun State. I would say,
Okay.
yeah, he's going to win the 60, but I hope I'm wrong.
Mr. Comparable,
Yeah.
if I have to go with what you said, whose problem do you think that is? Is that Adeleke problem or the people's problem?
It's the people's problem.
Exactly. So I don't think Adeleke should be blamed. That is where I'm going.
No, I understand where you're going, but you remember Nigeria. Most of Nigerian youth, they are very docile. It's about where loyalty or how they feel about you or where benefit. That's where, that is my concern. But if you ask me, I think the Osun people, they look like they are very wise people. They are very educated. They are very refined. When it comes to politics to a certain degree, right? You know how the money play a role in this. Just because of the person Adeleke is, I know they spend their own money. So I won't come here and say that the Accord Party or Adeleke is clean. They bribe people too. So they play different role. But APC, because of their machinery and everything, they play the biggest. They say they spend about 6 trillion. That I can't verify, but there's every fact that they may have spent a lot of money, in that. And Adeleke did too. Did Accord people kill people? But yes, too. I mean, I think they did. But APC may have killed more people, depending on the number. So nobody's nobody's free. Just the dirty of Nigerian politics. I can understand where the video is coming. See, I'm washing my hand. Nigerian politics is very diabolic. I mean, that's what it is. So people don't blame him on that. You don't expect him to, because he's not the only important influencer. We have a lot of musicians. Burna Boy, of course, and what's his name? He's not going to say anything. Wizkid anyway. That one don't talk. That one, anything you say to him, he's not going to respond to. Forget about Wizkid. But a lot of them anyway. So you don't blame him when you say, I'm not going to participate in Nigerian politics anymore.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Comparable.
Yeah.
Just to wrap up that's your take. Watch this. Mr. Comparable, do you know why I'm playing this video, sir? That woman was the one. She was the one sharing rice and money, and there were a lot of people. There were a lot of people.
I saw that video. I saw that video. I saw that video. Right?
So there are so many people in her compound collecting her money and her derica of rice, and at the end of the day, in her own polling unit, they voted for Adeleke. That's why she was crying and say, "Hey, Erure, meaning na Ojoro."
Yeah, I know. I hear you a little bit. Yeah.
I played that video to say this, Uncle Comparable, that Nigerians are wiser now. Any Nigerian that is not wise, now their own problem now. I played it to show you that in Osun State, they can actually collect your money, collect your rice, and still vote against you. Osun has always been like that. In fact, Osun still remain one of the states in Nigeria that you can't predict the outcome of the election. Whether you are spending money or not spending money, Osun people are like that. If you go and check the history of Osun State, before you win second time, you go walk. You will do everything humanly possible for you to win second time in Osun State. So they have always been like that. They have always been this set of people like, look, we have to see what you are doing. And if they are against you, they are against you. And it's one of the things I do say here sometimes, that people really don't understand the dynamics of the Yoruba people. You can just look at Yoruba generally from people like Tinubu and all of these leaders and just generalize that, Yoruba people are like this. They will be, no. The Yoruba people that I know to some extent, when it comes to breaking them down state by state, They have their own mind. It's just like Oyo State. Thank God Okudayo is here, and Okudayo is very aware of Yoruba politics too. In Oyo State, sometimes you can't tell who is going to win their election because of so many factors. The only Yoruba state, I am sorry for the people who came from there, but me, I'll just talk my own mind. The only Yoruba state that I know say that the Wakapu head for one place is Lagos State. Is Lagos State. That's why sometimes I go just dey shock. Lagos State has a lot of brilliant minds, very vastly educated set of people. But in Lagos State, you fit go carry one mumu come say, now this mumu go be your governor. Everybody go there. Ooh. You know how Aboki they take stick, they direct cow at times. It's not all Lagosians, so because there are some Lagosians that they have never been fan of Tinubu or anything ever since inception. But the vast majority move one way. Now, because Lagos is the most populous state in Nigeria, and that is where more or less like it's a melting pot for all Nigerians. So people kind of believe that the way the Yoruba in Lagos State behave, that's the way the entire Yorubas in the Western region behaves. It's not like that, sir. So I played that video just to show you that Governor Adeleke may come online and say, I'm supporting Tinubu. I told you I'm supporting Tinubu. But Davido's statement that Nigerian politics is evil, that is not going to be part of it, already tells me what's going on. Davido is not supporting Tinubu. And I don't think many of his people say are supporting Tinubu openly. That's Davido stylishly saying, you know what? Count me out. If this is what my uncle and everybody gonna do, I don't want to be part of this mess. But he can't just come out and say something against his uncle and say, hey, my uncle is the one that says supporting Tinubu, I'm not supporting. He can't do that. So that's just the point I wanted to make, Mr.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. I want to say one thing. I'm going to leave. I want to also say that I say this all the time on other issues. Nigerian adults will embarrass you. I'm telling you, I'm not.
Happy you started though.
As a Gen Z, one thing is that if you're not careful, your daddy can go and say something outside. We look at him like that. I'm not joking. It's not.
You be. She's right.
I'm being very serious.
She's
That's
right.
what Davido's uncle did to him. Do you know that whenever my dad comes to this country, the number of things I tell him, Dad, you can't say that. When I say, hey, boy, he's a dwarf now, Dad, you can't say dwarf in this country. They are called little people. That's how Nigerian parents behave. Oh. No disrespect. I'm just saying. But you can also not come outside and say, my daddy said you can't. So that's the situation that's happened between Davido and his uncle. I think that he has done the best he can. That's all. Bye, everybody. Uncle Ben, I'll see you later. Bye, Uncle Dayo.
All right, Mama. Thank you. I'll see you in the second show.
Bye,
Thank you,
Abby.
Mr. Comparable. Okay, Uncle Dayo, you've heard Mr. Comparable, and of course, you are there in Nigeria. What do you make of Adeleke's statement? Do you even think he speaks for everybody in Osun State or Nigeria or the vast majority of Nigerians?
No, Uncle Ben. You know, the very first time that we mentioned this thing, I said something. I said that is politics for you. Adeleke is playing the politics to the game. You know, you made mention of something in passing earlier on when we were talking. You said that, you know, politics sometimes is rub my back, I rub your back. Okay? For Tinubu not to be aggressively working against Adeleke's re-election shows that there must have been a kind of a pact between them. Okay? They have reached out, they have concluded, but unfortunately now, I don't want to say something about APC chieftains. Sometimes APC chieftains, they kind of try to have their way against Tinubu's advice. Many people don't know this. People think that everything Tinubu says always goes. Sometimes Tinubu will allow them to play the fool for them to see reality. And I think he allowed them in this Osun election to go ahead and do whatever they want to do and see that they are just playing to the gallery. And that was exactly what happened. Meanwhile, if they had listened to him, if they had allowed Adeleke to decamp to APC, when the guy was leaving PDP, if they have allowed him to decamp to APC would have easily taking over Osun State, but they refused. The guy have to go to a very moderate party like this Accord, and yet against the almighty APC, Accord won. This is just politics. Now, the reason why I was expecting something like this for two reasons. Number one, Adeleke win was not only the proactive people of APC, of this Osun State that really gave him. Of course, they came out to vote for him en masse, but you know the way they do this thing. If the real might of the incumbent president is put to play, he will not need that position. But he played the back role, allowed them to have their way, knowing fully well that Adeleke will win. That's number one. Number two is that Adeleke coming out to declare that he declares support for Tinubu is a two-edged sword. First, if he did not say that, that state will become ungovernable for him. Number two, if he did not say that, his political future will be very, very blurry. But him coming out to endorse Tinubu and supporting him now means that going forward, he's more or less like an APC person. And then two, also, his political future is now clear, because if he starts tomorrow now to drop Accord and move to APC, he will be highly welcome. So all these things are just game of politics. That is what I think Davido saw and was like, no, I can't handle this. And also, let us not forget, I must bring in this angle also. There are some religious people, the so-called prophets, that have been saying what God did not tell them to say. That have been saying that, oh, they saw Davido spearheading the next election, and Davido is going to become the president. Davido is going to, at least, those rumors have been going on and on the net for some time now. And I'm sure Davido must have heard it also. So that's why he has to jettison that idea completely. Apart from the fact that his uncle is playing dirty games, fine, that's politics for you. He's a politician. Davido is not a politician, he's a musician. So he may not understand exactly the extent at which this may go. In politics, there are no permanent friends, there are no permanent enemies. What you have is permanent interest. Your enemy today may align with your interest tomorrow, and you have to become best of friends. And your best friend today may depart from may have different views about your interest tomorrow, and both of you will have to part ways. So it is just about permanent interest, not about permanent friend or permanent enemy in politics. Now, having said that, Davido also, being a musician, does not have the know-how or kind of the depth knowledge of knowing how politics is being played. I support Adeleke 100% for that move. If not, Osun State will not be governable for him. So he's playing politics and it's good for him. That's the way to go. But for Davido, I'm happy that he hands off, because it's not his game. It's not his game at all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Dio. Let me take some comment real quick. Sister, Auntie Ngozi and Sister Natu, how are you doing, my lovely sister? Make sure no worry, this is politics. We could do our regular show in about 2 or 3 hours from now. But this politics, we have to be active on it. So make sure no verse, real fam. All right. Kami said, there is no politics in any country in the world that is not dirty. If you didn't see how dirty American politics got at the last USA election that Trump won, you are not ready for a political discussion. Momo 5 said, in a way he did, because at the end of the day, Osun still remains Nigeria. Okay. Staro said, I never trusted him. All self-interest, meaning she doesn't trust Davido. M. Jones, how are you doing, my lovely sis? M. Jones said, Nigerians mumu can't stop do Adeleke. Okay, can't stop. Adeleke has been running that state for decades. What substantial growth has the people seen other than the Adeleke family wealth? And that is another angle. Although people are testifying that Adeleke, and I'm aware of this one, I knew that Tinubu did not pay the local government. I don't know, maybe you are aware of that. You know, that's one of the things they said, that Tinubu sees their allocation, and Adeleke has been finding ways to pay the workers. And I also heard that all the money that were owed the workers during the time of was that former one named himself, that we not do anything. Adeleke cleared all those debts and he has been paying salaries consistently. So I think he really delivered for the people in that regard. Although there are some allegations that Adeleke do more for his own part of Osun State, which is Ede. But is that has always been Nigerian politics now? They always kind of like favor their own area than the rest of the region. But again, I'm not from Osun, so I don't really know how far he delivered dividends of democracy besides what we read online. Walex said, Oma Ale Yoruba ni kò ní support Tinubu. Now, Walex, I am not supporting Tinubu and I am not Oma Ale Yoruba. And my reason is this. You have to tell me how Tinubu presidency benefits you. I've been saying this before. It's my stand. I don't give an F about any politician if that politician is not implementing policies that benefit everybody irrespective of where they are, irrespective of their tribe, their region, and everything. Okay? Uncle Dayo, please let me take over. Let me answer this call, sir.
Yes, Uncle Ben, the thing is just that I wanted to quickly respond to what M5 was asking, because M5 was trying to say something about this same line that we're talking about tribalism in politics. The truth of the matter is that any sound politician will see beyond tribalism, because the moment you divide politics with tribalism, you are bringing about sectionalism into the whole polity, and sectionalism in the polity will be only favorable to few of that section, and there can be no unity in diversity when you are practicing sectionalism based on tribalism. Let's get this thing clear. Any politician, you must see yourself first as a national representative, not as a tribal representative.
Exactly.
Whether you are a governor, whether you are a president, whether you are a senator, or whatever, you are a national representative first. Because you come from the East does not mean that you are an Eastern representative. When it comes to federal level, you must see yourself as a nationalist first, as nationalist. If you don't see yourself as that, then you are not ready for politics. So when people are now saying because he's my tribal man, I must support him, whether it's good or bad, because it's my tribal man, then that person is blind politically. Politics is all about ideologies, sound ideologies. Look at the candidates. Which one has good ideology for the country, and which one has the capacity to bring it to pass? Not based on say it's my country person, it's my village man, I must support him no matter what. No. And that's where Nigeria have to grow from. We need to grow away from that, because many people are still locked up in that back end of tribalism, which is still keeping them behind. That's why in Lagos, now, Uncle Ben, you said something before about Lagos State. I wanted to respond on that. Lagos State was never like that. The Yoruba in Lagos were never like that before. Not until Tinubu politics came in. It was Tinubu politics that came in and spoiled the people of Lagos. The whole Yoruba nation were like the people of Osun State, even Lagos State included. We are so thoughtful. That's why Yoruba, we are always very resilient. We think before we act. You never see us jumping on anything. But when Tinubu politics came into Lagos and spoiled the fabrics of our consciousness and spoiled our own kind of a way of doing things, people now begin to follow like a bandwagon. Exactly. And that's what's still happening in Lagos until tomorrow. Even though Tinubu, God forbid, I'm just saying this hypothetically, even though Tinubu is killing everybody, inspiring everybody, so people will still be saying, it's our own, vote for him because it's a Yoruba man. That is the politics of people that have been brainwashed in Lagos, not the Yoruba per se. An average Yoruba thinks. Go to meet them anywhere. An average Yoruba will think before they act. They don't just act. That's why they say that we are too docile, we are too quiet. It's because we don't just jump like some other tribe. We think first. That's why during the time of our Papa Awolowo always said that Yoruba think. Uba Sogudi said he released a song, Yoruba Ronu. We always think before we act. Yeah. Exactly. So these are the issues. People that know Yoruba politics, they understand that people that are playing tribal politics, they are not called Yoruba people. They are just the ones that have been brainwashed, or maybe they were born during the era of Tinubu Reina and they don't know anything better. That's my take. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, me, I call them the crumb eaters. That's what I called all those that are playing tribal politics. And thank God for the privilege to live in the United States, because sometimes if you don't travel out of Nigeria, you may not really see the true democracy and how it works. I don't know. I think as soon as Nigerians realize that democracy is supposed to promote equity, it's supposed to serve everyone, irrespective of your tribe or religion or affiliation or whatever you got going. I don't believe in this politics of that is why a lot of people are crying and going hungry in Nigeria now. So Wale, if you can answer this question, I would love it. How exactly has Tinubu government benefit the people around you? Not you. I don't want to hear how it benefits you in particular. Tell me how it benefits the people in your locality. Then I will understand your point. This is the same reason why I have issue with a lot of senior brothers that I respect on this space. A lot of Egbons, especially all this one, brother. I respect a lot of them. But when it comes to them analyzing politics from a place of tribal sentiment, I just say no. Why? We all came to this abroad and we benefited from the structure that were put in place by politicians. We all that we are living in this Western world now, you can choose to become whatever you want to become. You can choose any career path, any profession, because the opportunity is there. If you meet the requirement, nobody stops you. You don't have to know anybody. Nobody will ask you to go and get a business card from a politician or anything. That is the society I want. That is how I understand politics. But you see this politics of segregation, politics of divide and rule, politics of let's create caucus. This are our group. These are I'm not for that. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna have a country led by criminals. So any Yoruba that did not support Tinubu, they are actually Yorubas that have a good head on their neck. They are Yorubas who understand what freedom is all about. If an Igbo man is there tomorrow and an Hausa man is there tomorrow, the Hausa man is not supposed to see his own people and neglect the rest of Nigerians. So is Igbo man. And now that we have Tinubu, we're not supposed to have that. It's just like Tinubu is now like a godfather to the whole country. It's like everybody, you must go and kiss the ring. Sorry, everybody don't have to kiss the ring. We don't have to know somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody before we can live our life. Remember, that country belongs to all of us. And like I'm saying, Tinubu might be there till 2031. But after Tinubu, you see all the things where Baba they do now. Those of now where they say, when the next president will come after Tinubu, This same template Tinubu is using for you now. By the time they use that template, now this same our people now then go first begin crying. So until that, I'm not saying Tinubu is not trying, he's doing his best. The fact just remains that his best is not enough. The country is worse than how he met it in terms of the generality of the people. But if you ask businessmen, politicians in the country, oh, this is the best administration ever. Why? This is the administration that allowed them to steal money with impunity. This is the administration that disbursed money to governors, to state, more than any other administration in Nigeria. And yet, this is the same administration that allow all these governors to embezzle the money, steal it like, man, APC. Hey, God, I beg. Maybe they will change tomorrow. But anyway, let me read some more comments. T said, Davido has right to support his family. I don't even understand why Adeleke won. What progress has been done in Osun State since Adeleke has been governor? Well, I think Osun State people are in better position to actually tell us how far he has delivered the dividends of democracy. Momo 5 replying to Abi said, I agree, but I felt he shouldn't have made that announcement on the 2027. It's done. Again, his uncle saying he's supporting Bala Blue because he's Yoruba. Like, what is that? Momo 5, leave my Davido. Mom Shimi, how are you, Mama? Okay, Wale say Tinubu for life president. All right, congratulations, my brother. Just remember us when they give you your own share of if na 5 billion. Just remember some of us. Maybe you just throw some to us, okay? But Papi, does that open room for the discussion around tribalism? Is politics being weighed by tribe or the needs of the people? And that's a very good point there. My Bilber, what's up, sis? Bilber, you and Abi, they do me while you on a two just the consume money. I know they see on a break light again. I hope you're okay, Mama. Antonio said, Antonio, you're welcome. Antonio say, is the government working for the state? Are the people benefiting? Good question, man. Absolutely. Kami said, don't buy the hands that feeds you. And Momo Vibe say, I don't support Tinubu either. And no more Yoruba. Timo mo ile baba e. Pambele ni mi. Antonio said, what kind of nonsense talk is that? I don't support Tinubu. Does that make me an anomaly? Please don't bring that crude rhetoric into this space. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Kami said, that's true, but in reality, politics is about influence, while governance is about capability. It's just sad that most politicians have the influence, but not the capability to govern. Absolutely. And that is the issue we are trying to kick out of Nigeria system. All these people that just want to grab power and they don't know what to do with it when it comes to satisfying the needs of the people. Can me also say, and tribalism is part of the game. If I don't have the support of your, if I don't have the support of your own homeland, how far can you go politically? It's the same everywhere. It's just called tribalism in Africa. Absolutely. But here is the thing, Kami. Even if you are going to do tribalism, must you support someone blindly and ignore all the red flags? So we should just support this person because it's our person, even while people are dying, why nothing is happening. Election is coming now. When was the last time you heard say Boko Haram buy anybody? Or they don't kidnap school children or something again? So now that election is around the corner now, all of a sudden your president know how to tackle this problem. Because that is another conversation on its own. For the past 3 years, thousands of Nigerians have lost their lives. They lost their lives to terrorism, kidnapping, bandit, everything. But now, because election is just how many months away now, suddenly, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian government just figure a way to silence Boko Haram and kidnappers. I'm just saying, those are the points we are trying to make. Nigerians shouldn't be used as pawns just to satisfy politicians' needs. Anyway, those are conversations for another day. But let me allow you to hear it from the horse's mouth one more time.
I will reinforce my strong points and correct my errors. Osun will witness further accelerated development and growth under my renewed 5-point agenda. At this point, I must deeply appreciate Mr. President, His Excellency, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his strong support for a free and fair election. Mr. President is a son of Osun State, and I hereby reaffirmed my earlier endorsement of him for a second term in the 2027 presidential election.
Okay, Uncle Dayo and Mr. Comparable Fact. Let me quickly emphasize one thing in his statement. He said, Mr. President is an indigene of Osun State. Therefore, I reaffirm my stance that I will support him in 2027. Emphasis on I, my, not we, Osun State. Mr. Comparable, you get that?
Yeah, I got it. This is the problem I have with Nigerian politics. I'm not saying, where you and I are right now, things are there or whatever. We know what's going on in this country. But that's a story for another day. That's not where politics is very dirty in everywhere, But Nigerian politics take it to a different level, okay? Whereby they're skilling and all that kind of stuff. Why does people have to die, So that's why I hate Nigerian politics. Nigerian politics is so rough and it's so bad that Nigeria can't play a free and fair politics. Okay, like look at what Adeleke said, that I'm supporting Tinubu because because he conducted free and fair election. Why does it have to be Tinubu? Tinubu is supposed to be the president. The free and fair election is supposed to be in the hand of INEC, and INEC is supposed to be independent. Why does everything have to be on Tinubu? Tinubu this, Tinubu this. Are we in a monarchy system? Is that what we are running? But it seems that that's what we are running because everything goes through Tinubu. Look at the statement. When they suspend the fund to Osun State, and he came out and said they need to release the fund. If they are independent, how are you going to tell them to release the fund or not release the fund? So that's, it's a common sense. That he is the one that told them not to release the fund. We are not stupid. I don't know the kind of people when president speak. Is he speaking to the docile of Nigeria people? Not to us. We are smarter than that. But let me pivot back to what he said. He said about politics, politics in Lagos State. That is terrible. It's worse than another part of Southwest. Yeah, that's true, but it did not start happening until Tinubu came to power. The hegemony that he perpetuated when he was in Lagos State. I live in Lagos State during the Jack and Delta Massacre. It wasn't like this. And this nonsense, people keep on saying that Tinubu built Lagos. Those are nonsense. Tinubu never built Lagos. Tinubu is predicated on taxation. That's why he did good and also all that kind of stuff. He did that good. That's why some people like him and some people don't like him. I don't like his politics. I don't like his politics because I don't care what you do or what you don't do. He play what I consider to be a mafia politics, which is what I don't like. We are not going. Nigeria is not heading anywhere. So, but anyway, picking back to your, to what we were talking about Adeleke. Yeah, it's about politics. Like you said, it's all about my. Everybody is very selfish in our country. It's all about what we can get, what we can benefit. I don't live in a few state. I don't know if you have people that come from there. Whether Adeleke is actually doing good for them or something like that. He may be doing good for them. That's why they came out in mass, and voted for him. This nonsense that a Tinubu make the election free. What are we talking about? We see what happened after the election. What are you talking about? I don't see where Tinubu make the election free. Just because people decided to vote in a parallel voting and protect their vote. That's why it is. Because the voting was overwhelming. They couldn't ring it. That's the way I see it. There's nothing anybody's going to tell me to convince me that Tinubu want everything to be fair and fair election. This Tinubu I'm seeing is going to want fair election in Nigeria. Nonsense.
Okay, Mr. Comparable, I see what you're saying exactly, because even me, I have issue with Adeleke giving credit to Tinubu for that election. To some extent, I have issue, but at the same time, I think we should also commend Tinubu for one thing. He did not deploy federal might in that election.
Hold on. Before you go, what do you mean by he did not deploy federal might? There's over 50,000 military that went over all kind of military, Navy, Air Force, police, and everything. That went there. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the military and the police, I did not see any report of where they are deliberately disenfranchising the people across the country. You know what I'm saying? There were no widespread report of either the military or the police try to chase people away or intimidate them or scare them or something, which is usually the pattern when they really want to ring. There's going to be tear gas, there's going to be all kinds of reports. That wasn't happening. And I think Tinubu deserves credit to that extent. Also,
I mean, you're like giving the Nigerian politicians too much credit. If they do what is supposed to be normal, you see, this is where I find it's not like when you go to Abuja, or in my state or whatever, or even or state, somebody build a lot of small road or flyover. We are giving a credit. This is what is expected of a government. Where I live, there's many roads. Who talk about the government? Who talk about my governor building the road or anywhere? I mean, those are nonsense.
I know.
This is what is expected of a government.
I agree.
Why are we giving them a credit?
I agree, Mr. Comparable. I absolutely agree with you. But here's the thing. We all know that in Nigeria, free and fair is a no-no. We cannot hear it. So I'm not saying Tinubu deliver a free and fair election. I'm just saying that just cut him some slack for the fact that he did not insert himself in that election. Because honestly speaking, if Tinubu really want to rig that election in favor of Adeleke opponent, he can do it.
No. I completely agree with you.
APC and their talks, they're not stand though. He can do it, but I just feel like maybe because this man has already promised him loyalty, maybe that is why he just feel like, let me hold back. And because of all those characters in Osun State, but I'm just saying anyway.
Yeah, let me make a comment. I think I still more gonna here,
yes, Mr. Moye is here.
Yeah,
Mr. Moye is our political powerhouse in this YouTube.
Wait a minute, I don't agree. I don't agree with you. There's nothing Tinubu that did that I can give him a credit. Maybe he has an agreement. I'm not. This is me. Maybe he has an agreement, or maybe he doesn't. Or maybe the vote, the parallel voting system kind of overwhelmed the whole thing. He doesn't want to ring it because what might be the repercussion, from the international angle where Davido is coming from because of tweeting to Trump and other kind of things. Maybe looking at it from the international angle. I don't need that play bet. But there's nothing really I can give Tinubu, we need free and fair election. If Tinubu decides, okay, that's going to be free, that's something supposed to be normal. Something supposed to be normal. We shouldn't be giving people credit when they do something very pedestrian. What is expected of them? This is where I'm coming from. You have to do something on approve of what is expected of you before I give you a credit.
I agree.
I can give Nigerian politicians credit at this time.
Thank you, sir. I agree. Sister Omoye's Corner. Hey. You will be our women leader for this 2027 election.
Uncle Beno.
My lovely sweet sister.
Good morning,
Sister
Nabia.
Moye,
To your show. It's just that I'm usually at work when it's on, so I'll just be listening on the ground. You are doing a fantastic job, my sister.
Thank you.
Sister
Thank
Moye,
you.
Davido,
Yes.
Tinubu, Adeleke, 2027. Where do you stand, ma?
Okay. So greetings to everyone in the comment section. They scroll YouTube. I say, political roundtable. I was listening with one ear. Then Uncle Beno, I heard you say Tinubu try. Now make me enter studio. I say no, Kojejebe. I'm not sure it's my Uncle Beno that said that. Maybe it's somebody that is there using his voice. There's AI now.
Sister Moye, say when you expect bad thing from somebody, and one time he can't do good, he go shock everybody.
Which good
now.
he do, Uncle Beno? Let make me request Mike. First of all, which good he do for Osun State election?
Okay, so you don't think Tinubu deliberately step aside to let the election in Osun?
No. Do you know how many officers, military, police, all the APC chieftains, the National Assembly people, Akpabio it's exactly the same playbook they used in Edo in the last election, because people were not as ready because they hated Obaseki, so they couldn't care less, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing they did for Osun. Then they also brought in thugs from other states. Don't forget that they were cultists and agberos imported from every other. That's why you saw those miscreants, those cretins from Edo that followed the Edo state governor, the Okwebloblo. Okay? That's why you saw them there making those dumb comments, right? When they entered.
No verse, no lose your trail of thought. I just quickly say, make I ask you, where you find this your governor? This your Okwebloblo?
Now, Tinubu, you go ask. Say when Edo State the campaign for Obaseki, the last election, 20-something, right? So they wanted to use what's it called? At that time was PDP versus APC in Edo State. So the Oshomole was trying to impose a godfather, something like that. Obaseki said no, right? So they were fighting. Then Tinubu now took mouth inside the matter. So Edo people now say, Edo no be Lagos. I believe say Tinubu carry am for mind. Say these people, I will deal with them, show them pepper. So when it came to this election, Tinubu said, I'm going to give them my megad. I'm going to give them one of my domestic staff.
Yes.
So just sit there, I'll be directing him. So to prove to Edo people that I have the power to reduce them. So that's what's playing out. So Okwebloblo is not my governor. I mean, hey, a lot of people did not support him. So anyway, that's on the one side, right? So that's how we got that governor. So it was Tinubu that imposed him on the people, unfortunately. And because they hated Obaseki, they didn't really fight back. If they had fought back, we won't have Okwebloblo. So back to the initial question you were talking about, right? So now let me finish my last statement. Imported thugs from everywhere. I don't know, there was a video circulating. There were people that were brought in. It was a House of Rep member from Osun State that brought in different people. They camped them in a room somewhere. Osun people, thanks to them, got those people, got the leader. He had a stash of money with him. They asked him where he got the money, what he wants to use it for. I cut cap for Osun people. Osun people don't earn my respect for life. Like they've set the blueprint for us to follow in 2027. Right? So there was a lot of that. And mind you, any life lost in an election is a bad election. I don't care how you want to say it. 29 people, those are people's children, father, husband, uncle, right? That just died for nothing. And even where I fault Adeleke, right, is when he was giving his speech, he did not acknowledge the people that passed away. This is how much life does not make any sense in Nigeria.
That one surprised me, because I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
I heard on social media that about 28 people lost their lives. And I'm like, I don't even know, say it reached like this. And I'm surprised that the governor did not even mention it. So you have a very good point there, Sister Amoye.
And I'll let that one me I fault the man for. Say he not acknowledge the people when because we were all standing up for Adeleke. I was up all night for Osun election. All night. We were chanting, we were sending them good wishes from wherever we were. We're saying, Osun people don't agree, fight, resist this slavery. This man wants to resist it. Do you understand? So, I mean, for the whole of Nigeria, and thanks to Davido, I have to thank him, right? I am hoping he keeps the same energy for federal, but hey, at least he stood up for his state. He stood up for his people. You can't fault him for that. I'm hoping that other celebrities.
Sister Moya, I think Davido stood for his family. Not
yeah,
really
his family.
I think it's his family. And that's why they are dragging him now, that he betrayed Nigerians. But I don't know your thought about that, Sha.
Right. You say that again. Say the last thing you said.
See, Nigerians are dragging Davido because Davido already announced that he don't want to be part of Nigerian politics, that it's too dirty, it's evil. And people are saying, no, you are going to be part of this one. 2027 is coming. Now that your family has won, you want to remove yourself or something. I mean, I just look at it like, every one of us, if our family member is somebody running for governor, are we not going to do whatever we can to support the person? So, but Nigerians are dragging Davido now, say, no, you can't remove yourself. You have to be involved in 2027 general election. So that's what I'm saying. That what are your thoughts regarding that? Do you think Nigerians are right to feel betrayed by Davido, or what do you think about it, man?
Right. So, I mean, Nigerians have every right to feel betrayed by Davido. You know why? Because he's an international, global artist and he has the influence. Yeah. If you notice, Davido played a huge role in Adeleke really securing the election, because you know where I give it to Davido? I don't think Davido slept just like us. Per second, Davido was saying, Akpabio, you are instructing INEC not to upload the result. Akpabio, calling out people like they just snatched ballots in so and so polling unit. They just snatched ballot. They will not tag Tinubu, let election be free and fair. The Adeleke is tweeting. None of them in that family slept. For that, I give Davido credit. But he's Nigerian. Osun State is in Nigeria. It's not outside of Nigeria. If Osun was a different country, we will not be having this conversation, right? But Osun is in Nigeria. What affects Nigeria will affect Osun. Guess what? If Osun State is the best state in Nigeria, for instance, has everything, it cannot thrive. Why? People will migrate to Osun State. They won't want better thing. People will be migrating there. The resources that are meant for the people, other people will come and be sharing in it. It did not look good at all. And as a Nigerian, when he steps out of the country, they don't call him a Osun guy, Osun national. No, they say Nigerian. So because of that, and he has fans in Nigeria. So you're not going to speak up for those who are showing up for your when you have your music festivals, you have shows. Nigerians are buying your tickets. Nigerians are making you popular. They are playing your music. They're dancing to it. For that, civic responsibility 101. Davido should speak up for federal. He doesn't even have to do too much. He can just tweet and say, Nigeria is about to go into election. Tinubu, give us free and fair election. Because he can go and do shows in any part of Nigeria and make more money. How many states is he going to in Nigeria? Only Lagos. That's it. Abuja. Meanwhile, we have other states where people have money. They just don't go there because they feel like, they are not safe. Why? Insecurity. So for that, I feel like Nigerians have a right to fault Davido, to call him out. I called him out. I'm like, I tweeted at him. I said, Davido, kudos to what you're doing, for your family, for your uncle. But please keep the same energy in the federal election. Keep the same energy. Because as far as you're in Nigeria, you they drink the water, you they eat the salt. All of us, whether we like them or not, we are all Nigerians. We must fight for that country, right? So on that, I fault him. But for Adeleke,
no verse,
yeah,
you know why I'm laughing already. Still Nigeria and God go help us. Davido is not the only superstar we have. Why be
I know he's not the only superstar. The fact that this is, and I also tweeted that and say every other artist should rise to the occasion. Okay? Every one of them should speak up. Davido has set the pace, right? Because I see a lot of other, I saw some Nollywood actors and actresses saying, man, Davido has set the pace, so that Nigerians are not going to expect less from them. So Nigerians are now calling out all their artists. That's not the point. It's not the fact that, he's not the only artist. Guess what? If Davido does that, do you know how much love and respect people are going to have for him? I tell you this, a lot of people, not even from Nigeria, are talking about Davido and what he did. Yeah. What he did for Nigeria, for Nigerian election, one of the states. They are not even talking about what he did for Nigeria. So it's for his own benefit, really, because it will tell people that this man really cares and understands, right, what he's connected to his people. It gives him more kudos. So really, anybody that is saying he's not the only artist, but he took mouth for him in Osun state election. So if he took mouth for inside, he must choke mouth for federal. That's all. So you're not going to get anyone by saying that, he's not the only artist. Well, if he's not there, he shouldn't have said anything.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I think I agree with most of what you said, but have you looked at it from a different angle? Maybe Davido, what he saw during the election, maybe a lot of diabolic stuff that he couldn't handle, that can be mentally distracting to him. He doesn't want to participate in anything about election again. I mean, I agree with totally what you said. It would have been good if he, said, okay, because of his, media influence. He's a media influencer. He has a lot of people, probably the number one in Africa in terms of, influence. It would be good, but he probably has decided, look, this is not for me. I'm not mentally competent to deal with this when it comes to Nigeria, Okay, how about other musicians? People like Wizkid, Burna Boy, Flavor, they're not going to say anything. You after their own money. I mean, I don't blame them now because Nigeria is very toxic when it comes to politics. It's just on a different level. I mean, if you don't follow what is right, it's not just whether whether they're going to come against you. Your life is at stake. So you have to consider all those things when it comes to Davido. So I mean, I agree with you, but you have to look at it in a different angle. That's my own comment.
Yeah, but I kind of I hear what you're saying and I understand, right? But this is the same old sentiments that we've been playing, and this is why the so-called evil people took over your country and are running it. And I'm not referring to you directly when I say you. Why? Because we all say, it's because it's so evil. Okay, if that was the case, Osun people would have sat down now. They shouldn't have come out and resisted because of the evil. Because yes, there was evil that was unleashed on them. 29 people died, right? So if that was the case, then Osun people should not have even fought. They should have agreed to be enslaved under Tinubu, right? As long as you're Nigerian, right, you cannot say, let me tell you something. The momentum leading up to the campaign is about to resume tomorrow, right? The momentum that has led from 2022, 2023, right, till now, we stayed on the issues. Guess what now? Because of that, the political leaders are very aware that, oh my God, do you know what's going on now? They are so afraid of the diaspora. Bajabi Amila just came out recently and is angry, and he said the diaspora is contributing to demarketing Nigeria. There's something about the diaspora, this and that and the other. You can look for the clip. It's on social media somewhere. Everybody was dragging him all over. They're now afraid of the diaspora.
We're trying to get them to be afraid of Nigerians in Nigeria. So if we all say, right, if that was the case, if Davido was so scared, he shouldn't have written the names of those people that were kidnapped in, I think, in Ibadan, in Oyo State, put it on his jacket and wore it to a show. He shouldn't have done that, because he should have been afraid that his life will be taken away from him because they called him out. He got backlash from the same APC munchkins for wearing that jacket to go do a show. So what are we saying? It's civic responsibility. We owe it to ourselves. We do. If there was not a large population of Nigerians in diaspora making noise, let me say a few, that stood their ground, the momentum that we currently have, the awareness, the awakeness that's going on in Nigeria right now would not happen. So think about that. Right? In as much as, he could be scared. And I did see that comment where he said, Nigerian politics is so evil. It's so this because of what they did to his uncle. I say are not sleep. We know none of us sleep. We were monitoring it back to back because there were people that were sharing live feeds on Twitter to let us know what's going on. So everybody needs to be activated. It's not about fear anymore. You have fear. Look at how many people have died. Do you think Tinubu cares if everybody burns to ashes? He doesn't care. So you have to get past that, because whether you talk, you go buy. Whether you not talk, you go buy. Everybody get dates. Do you understand? But you have to choose. Which side do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the fence? I mean, hey, no diss to those that say, oh, I don't want to. But guess what? It's your country, the countries that you're living in. If they did not fight and stand, you and I will not be benefiting today. We will not. So let's keep that in mind. So when we say that, oh, he doesn't have to contest for elections. He does not have to. If he had the gumption, the audacity to speak to what was going on in his state, that's all we need in Nigeria. He's getting the backlash now. Has he reduced his money? No. Matter of fact, he's even gotten popular because now he's one more. I never follow any Nigerian celebrity. I don't even international. I know they follow anyone. Okay.
So now you're following Davido.
Yes.
Hey,
because he stood for his people.
So
that's what I want.
That means we go see those your gym dance. So you know, say we go to peep, they watch your video. That your gym sexy dance. Now me say you go to vibe to the video song now.
I'm telling you, playlist. I don't create playlist especially for the video now. Just for that action. Do you know what that would do for his music catalog? Yeah. So civic responsibility is very important. If you're in Nigeria and anywhere, even if not to just tweet. These Nigerian politicians, they should borrow themselves brain. That's good enough. Do something. We cannot fold our hands. We have a country to save. If one president show up now for this country, say, I don't want to see or hear or Nigerians anywhere, where you want to go, where they are rejecting you in Ghana. They are rejecting you in South Africa. They are rejecting you in. I saw a video somewhere in India with the way they treat Nigerians. That they lock them up randomly. They don't care. Where do you want to go? So for me, I feel Davido. I wish he would speak, and I'm sure he probably will for the federal. But the fact that he stood with his uncle, with his family. Fine, forget saying that, but the fact say he even put body, he put all in mind. Man, I say, God, this guy. So you know what to do. Now you dey quiet all this time. All the artists now, all our celebrities now, all of them they run kitty, they run kata, because they're not going to do anyhow anymore. They're not going to just come out now, when they carry chest, come out, they support this government, because we go drag them all over social media. It's that simple. If everybody is safe in Nigeria, you and I, some of us will not be in the diaspora. We will go and set up businesses, manufacturing companies to help our people be gainfully employed. Opportunities go repete. Every region will be thriving. Isn't that what we want? If you thrive for your village, they just say, Uncle Beno's village, or more, if you see what's going on there, I say, okay, I'm traveling by road. Let me even go and see Uncle Beno and go and eat yam. or something that they are doing there. Do you know what joy that will be? You know, so for me, I
unfortunately, we
don't
are
blame.
not there yet.
Eh?
Unfortunately, we are not at that level yet now, politically
Yeah,
in
but we
Nigeria.
will get there if we know what we're doing for
Okay.
2027. We will, if we get the right leaders in, we will get there. And guess what? Nigeria will take time to flip on the right side if we get it right in 2027. We cannot afford to get it wrong in 2027 because that country will be gone. Then it will now be open slave camp. For the first time, you will hear it. Because as we speak, so many Nigerians are being sold in Libya. And most of them are coming from the West. A lot of Yoruba people are stuck in Libya enslavement camp. I don't know. You don't know what's going on. There is so much going on. We cannot afford to be silent. We are doing ourselves a great disservice if we stay silent and sit on the fence and hope that somebody somewhere will come and save you. It is you and I. You see what your true people do? That is what is expected of all of us.
Okay, but now I have just one question for you, Sister Moya and Mr. Comparable. If it comes to between Tinubu and Peter Obi, who do you think the Adelekes will support?
Now only one family. How many there be for Adeleke family? 6 or 7 or maybe more. They can't. I don't even think all of them will support Tinubu, to be quite honest. There'll be a few that will still say no. We're going to
maybe
support.
the children.
Maybe
but I
the
know
children.
their dads and everyone uncle, they are
exactly, because they'll be because I don't blame Adeleke for saying that he's supporting Tinubu. Why? It's political. Tinubu is not done with that. So do you know that they're suing Adeleke to court? APC people.
For this election.
For this election. They want to take him to court.
They just want to go waste money.
Exactly.
Right?
No, but they say, but the chances of remember, Tinubu has bought all the judges. So it will just require one judge to write one stupid statement and turn everything upside down. The only difference may be that the people will not agree and stand with Adeleke. That's the only difference. But they're taking him. He's not done. Tinubu is not done, no. He's not out of the woods yet, right?
This one is done, deal. Honestly, I know this one.
If I may say something, Uncle Ben.
Yes, Uncle Daya.
Now, see, whatever I want to say about this past election, whatever I want to say about this Adeleke's involvement, Davido's involvement and all, there's something that I want us to see clearly. The past election just gave us a blueprint of how we can go forward in the next coming election. And now we can make sure that our voices are heard and our vote counts. What other celebrities have to do, it may not necessarily be only Davido. Davido will still come on board. But I don't believe there's any state in Nigeria that does not have a celebrity that's well known, or that is much more influential, or that is not popular. And this has to be within the youth age, because they are the ones that are very, very active and very, very, they are becoming much more vocal now in these days of internet and in these days of social media. What they need to do is to organize themselves, just the way Davido organized for his uncle. They have a situation room whereby anybody, anywhere you are, be forwarding anything that you see to them at their own center. They should make it in every state in Nigeria. Let there be a kind of a situation room where some of these influential people, some of these so-called celebrities, they will create it. Then they will be receiving reports from anywhere in their state, and they'll be blasting it as it is going on, calling for help if they need to call for help, so that everything will be exposed. Otherwise, and that was exactly what Davido did in Osun State. Otherwise, they will do things and then they will be playing. They play circle around us without us knowing what's really going on. But if every state can have a similar situation that we had in this Osun State, I think this next coming election is going to be free and fair to a great extent. Not because they will not read you, but because everything, whatever they try, will be purely exposed, and then we can see them before they even come near. So it will be easy for people to know that, oh, this was happening here and this was going on. Then they too, that want to do whatever they want to do, they'll not be able to have their ways, and then whatever result comes out will be the result that people have actually voted. It will not be something that somebody else has gone to kind of manipulate. If you don't learn from that,
Dayo, are you insinuating that Nigerians cannot vote for whoever they want without the celebrities getting involved?
no, what I'm trying to say is that Nigerians should be much more proactive now. Just the way we saw in Osun State, people should come out, see something, say something, blast on social media. Every state should have like kind of a control center whereby any information from any local government, from any village, from any corner, just record it and blast it. Send it forward, let everybody know. See, one thing that darkness hates is light. Once you bring darkness to light, it will disappear. But where there are no lights, darkness thrives. If there are no exposure, secrecy flies. But once there are exposure, once there are part of exposing all these things, they cannot strive.
But Uncle Dayo, you are assuming that all the celebrities someone else beside Tinubu.
No, Uncle Ben, do you know that even till now, some celebrities
they want Peter Obi instead of Tinubu, which me, I don't think all of them are behind Peter Obi.
That is not the assumption, Uncle Ben. The assumption is that if every celebrity, both the ones that are supporting Tinubu and the ones that are supporting any other person, if they are proactive and they are busy working to monitor this election, I can bet you there won't be much more discrepancy like we used to work in our previous elections. Why? Because if everything is being open there, Tinubu supporters, let them be doing whatever they are doing. Let them be blasting anything that's going on against another party. And while these other people, let them be blasting their own. Then everybody will come to the light. We see whatever is happening there. At the end of the day, what we have is people exercising their fundamental human rights and voting for their own candidates without being biased or without being bought or without being kind of intimidated. That's what we're trying to work against.
All right, sir. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I see Sister Nat to enter.
So let me just quickly say something, and then I'll leave. Thank you very much. So I agree with the last speaker. I agree with everything that he said.
That's my co-host to Uncle Dayo.
Okay, Uncle Dayo.
Co-host.
Okay, all right. Co-host, Uncle Dayo. Okay, no problem.
Sister Moye, how are you, ma'am? I'm watching your shows, so get that I don't comment. I'm listening in the background.
There are a lot of people who watch your background. Thank you. So here's the thing, right? Everything he said is true, and that's where everybody's mind is. That Osun State has shown us the blueprint of how to defend the votes, and everybody's aware. Nobody is saying that celebrities must. We don't give a damn. It was the Osun people that helped win the election in Osun State. We are saying that if you can be that vocal, because we've never seen any celebrity be this vocal, apart from a handful of them. If you can be that vocal, then you should put your money where your mouth is and be vocal for everybody, not just when it concerns or affects you, which is the Nigerian syndrome. If you know concern me, you know concern me. Even if they buy people near you, no be my brother, no be my sister, so it no affect me. So that's what we're talking about. Regardless, it's the people's generality of the people that will determine next year's election. Okay, so if people do what Osun people did, the election will be a landslide. Whether they'll be rigging, yes, they'll be rigging, they'll be vote buying, because they said they spent 60 billion in Osun alone. On election.
I heard Davido Papa say that too. He said now it be the election where they spend
yes.
I'm like 60 billion.
60 billion. Yeah.
Man.
Make it make sense. That's not madness, right? 60 billion in one state alone. We're not talking about the whole country. That tells you. And then somebody will come out and say it's just because he let him go. No, the people resisted. Did you see them fighting and beating up vote snatchers, people that were coming to the polling unit with money? They go snatch the money, share them among themselves. I loved it. Right? The one where they escort, where they carry ballot paper, whether they go collation center, be where they go. The man go, they phone, they talk. They ride the car, tell and say, what you they do, they talk for phone. You they carry our paper, you they talk. We drop that phone. That's what we need. Total vigilance.
Yeah, Thank you, Zamoya.
Thank
It be
you
like
very
Sister
much.
Natu, they come meet you.
Oh,
Zamoya,
really?
wait, Sister Natu is there for you.
Amoye.
And by the way, Kami, you are not. Kami is not going to Bora Bora. Kami say, hello, is it the same Olodo uprising youth you are expecting anything from politically? They avoid responsibility.
No, I cannot call them Olodo uprising youth because they have shown that they've shown their power. It's not all of them. When they say Olodo uprising, it's your politicians that you should be calling Olodo, your current APC politicians.
My brother,
not
Kami,
the
you
young
know they
people.
go Bora Bora again. Leave my Nigerian youth alone. At least Osun State got the open.
Good afternoon.
How my baby first? How my baby first?
Then they do 8 months the day before yesterday. No send birthday gift.
Yo, hey, big boys don't reach you.
Now marriage remain like this. Now marriage. I won't be clean your show since so. And my life is life.
I know. I understand, girl.
Which
I know.
party is Peter will be again?
It's NDC. NDC.
I just want to say APC people they inside NDC.
Of course.
Some of my husband friends will be APC people. My husband see them they do NDC. I say, guy, don't shift to NDC. He say, now APC send them. I say, hello, Bato. I say,
And you think they don't know? We know now. Okay.
Now what for Nigeria? So now if you drink water drop cup, now no one even want better thing again. That's what they destroy and they send you and they go around.
Yeah, so now.
Now the people where they say, they say why they talk about Davido. Now Davido be the only celebrity. Make I give you an example. You know, say I like to do analysis.
Yes,
when
sister, go
people
ahead.
Get picking. When one person picking die of measles, everybody go collect immunization. No be so. Now one person they give sign. So now waiting with they talk be say of I want to collect immunization. Make it take the hammer. Like the way where they do awareness of breast cancer for my people who cry. I'm not become breast cancer advocate because I get breast cancer. Now because of what my artist see, I don't want anybody see. We see Baba, as you take get one eye, we no get eye. I better post all this thing for no, they follow you for back. Now what do we mean by that? All of that they say now only Davido, now only Davido, now only Davido. When COVID come on,
nobody cares. Davido is not we know he's not the only artist. We know all the country. If to say not be Elon Musk, Trump for no probably win this election. More than we did there.
Oh my God bless you.
They sweet. When we did foreign country, they talk. Don't do this. Everybody should be involved, whether you be artist or not, Davido or not. If Davido decide to teach it out, no problem. We don't care. Go ahead, right, sister. Sorry.
Forget the fact say people give Ogadona money, but tell una say Elon Musk, you say no did that thing for no happen. That's what we're talking about. Okay. So no be say they say just because what happened in Osun was what wanted to happen in Nigeria during last election, presidential election, when no happen. Osun no one now one when they say go APC like this, they tell APC say APC. This one on our body they shake. Say now we get power. This power feel shift any moment. More than not take this one like to una say. And this one now Osun people don't give Nigerians map. Say now see as we take Corona, that's what supposed to hold this power, this energy. Now what time they talk with that? Sustain this energy like this shift and they go 2027. That's what go they move. Now like people now we won't born now. You they push, because they say push. You can't stop because you know the limit woman. Me and that one can collect push up from me. Be so. As now God, this work self to me, I believe that God just give the video this work. May come break this egg where they here now. I stay breaker. I'm telling you, I am not.
But Nigerians are dragging him now.
No. I understand why Nigerians are dragging him. Understand why Nigerians are dragging him. Uncle Ben, let me tell you why I would drag you. I would drag you if you can't tell me say vaccine come over go collect. Then you go can't say your children no collect vaccine. Uncle Ben, I go drag you by your blockers. Why your content me say see better? Your content me say your children no collect. You understand what they talk? That's what he's saying. I say, hey, people, let us focus on other people. If you get rich uncle, no go in house, go the other uncle house to get shop for market. Because why they go
All
the rich
right.
uncle house
Thank you,
every day?
Sister
Now
Natu.
because for family, na whole
This
side. Now because
this
I
our
whole side for
politics
family,
wahala
I
get
live.
as e be.
But
Yeah.
Oshusha, I want to say congratulations to the people. Congratulations to Davido. The way they take hold their neck, they press their neck, they no gree come on leg. They no gree come on leg. They wear Timberland, press that leg. That's why we go wear Timberland enter
Davido,
2027.
Davido become politician. He hold them,
Listen,
but to be honest,
you
I
be
see why.
something needs to be done. That was what it
Yeah,
was.
I see why
Somebody
those
had to do
Nigerian
something.
youths are angry because what Davido did in this election, may we no overlook him. He hold their feet to fire. He was tweeting back to back. Did you notice? He was
I
just
say
like,
he
bam,
not
bam, bam,
sleep
bam, bam. I'm
now.
like,
He
Jesus.
was everything that was happening. He was exposing. He was saying that he has. He tweeted now at Donald Trump. Somebody printed it out that lives in Washington, a Nigerian, and said, Davido, I'm taking your letter to the White House to get to Donald Trump directly. But let me tell you, you see this energy, we need it for federal. Everybody has a right to say that.
Yeah.
He came out and he spoke, and what Davido did is a good thing. He set the standard. So for those people who are saying he's not only Davido, he could have been somebody else. It could have been Burna Boy that did it. It could have been Whiskey that did it. Let's not try to downplay any of this, because when in foreign countries that you all live in, that you love to live in, guess what? When you see all their politicians and you see influential people coming up, their so-called elites coming up and speaking against politicians, you guys like it. But when you reach Nigeria, we're not going to do bigotry Olympics. I beg.
All right.
Listen, Nigerians have made up their minds. 2027, everybody fall out. If you don't want to fall out, it's okay, day your day. We have a country to fix.
All right, to wrap up today's show, I've done 2 hours already. Political roundtable is supposed to be 1 hour, 30 minutes, but because it concerns all of us as Nigerians, the show usually stretch. I have just one question for you, Sister Moye and Mr. Comparable Fact. Then I feel release una make una go dey prepare for 2027. I'll be
You are
right
watching
back.
Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, if you're watching, go and subscribe to my lovely sister Omoye's Corner YouTube channel. If you want latest update on politics, and I'm not saying it because she is here. Now, where me I did know what is up with this. Latest update as is they happen today. Where did they go on? Go follow Sister Omoye. Sister Omoye, you get how you they take do and save. I say na me they stream. You be chair lady of streaming, Sister Omoye.
Now election season, we have to person need to stream. You don't say no, you don't understand the work when we don't do. Do you know how awakened Nigerians are in Nigeria? You don't understand. The streaming is not just one wants to be, you understand. It's to educate and awaken the minds of Nigerians to their responsibility. I say my village, to the extent my village, they cut some of my videos. Some of them not get, they not get all the gadgets on I get. They go cut them. Short for this thing, send them to them, maybe they listen. I'm telling you people, the work that we have done.
Good job.
Oh my God, the awareness that you see now, even with those Osun people running and standing tall, it's all from social media awareness. So don't watch this particular section that segment that you just did now. Don't take it for granted, though.
Yeah,
you have used it to wake up a lot of people. So Naim make me the stream. Yeah.
So
you
please,
see, I
my
know they make
people,
money safe. You see how by yourself.
I know. If you are
Mhm.
yet to subscribe, please go and subscribe to Sister Moye's Corner. And you go laugh, Taya. Sister Moye now a comedian too. She go depress their neck there, still they make everybody they laugh. Please, that's her channel. Go and support her. Now, Sister Moye, this is for you and Mr. Comparable. Is Peter Obi and the NDC ready for 2027? I'm asking because I'm struggling. I'm not really feeling Peter Obi happens to be the only one that is making effort from my own understanding. I don't see what this NDC then they don't this like a Dixie or something. Be like saying that the money they are just interested in. I have not seen them really making move. And now that campaign will start officially tomorrow, Mr. Moye, you are following them back to back to back. Please, do you think they are ready for 2027? Peter Obi and ADC.
So, but Uncle Beno, I'm going to ask you the question directly. Are you ready?
Me,
So
247, ever ready. I go the stream the day here, they shout every day.
Aha. So, as you say, you're ready. So now, and the NDC leadership, they ready. There are a lot of things that they are holding close to their chest for good reasons, right? And if you've been following, if you actually have been listening to some of the chieftains, if you've been listening to some of the leaders speak, if you've listened to their interviews, you know that they're ready. So that means they follow them. So say they listen to them, you for know. But because you don't know, right, they are ready. Do they have infiltrators in NDC? Absolutely, because that's what Tinubu is known for. That's how much Tinubu has been exposed. Even some of the people that have decamped and are working with APC, they even confess and say, yes, they are here on a mission, and the leadership is aware.
Do you think they can cover how many polling units do we have in Nigeria? They say 170,000 polling units. Do you think NDC can provide agents in all those polling units?
Yes.
Okay.
If you listen to what's her name? Aisha Yusufu. If you check out, I think her video, is it the last video or the one before? I think she said why she hasn't been online so much. She's not been very active online. He spoke to that as well. Of course, they understand that the polling agent. You know how many apps have been built for this NDC election? You don't even want to know.
Wow.
The apps. Nigerians are geniuses, so I'm telling you. The apps and different tools that have been put on ground for this election, it will blow your mind. So yeah, they are very ready for 2027, and they will send Baba back to his house or wherever he came from. Sending him back 2027.
Buy me go fight too. Mr. Comparable,
you ready for the fight?
Yeah, I need to ask some question. I commend you when you came on Dr. Damage about 2 weeks ago. The way you moderated, and be able to handle some of those naysayers, I come there, only want to talk about geopolitical stuff or whatever, try to narrate it to what's happening in Nigeria, which is not the same. But I give you a kudo for that. But my question is in reference to I was going to ask you a question, but UP has asked you the question in reference to the polling booth, if they have enough people for the polling booth. So you already answered that. So my question is about this G100 that I think it was.
Oh, please forget G100. It's article that is using backdoor. He wants to try and but we already know, we already figured him out. We say, Baba, leave us alone. Please go and meet your fellow Baba. You people should go and share money. Leave us. So that G100 is not going to work. It's not likely to work. It's Atiku's way. It's the last, what's it called? The last dance of a dying man, as they say, right? So that's what he's trying to do. Everybody has figured that out. It's Peter before us. We don't have time. Who has time? This is campaign season. So all that G100, I know Peter is a gentleman. He probably will meet with them and just talk, Yeah, my president, he know harder. You go talk to your enemy, no send. So you go talk to them, we'll see what they have, but they know I'm not doing no goddamn coalition. In fact, if they are serious, they should go and join Peter Obi in NDC to get him to Aso Rock, to all of us together. And I just wanted to pick
G100. No vessel. That G100 coalition, are they going to adopt Peter Obi as their president?
That's what we are standing on now.
May they go sit down
We don't already defeat that. May I think we go sit down. We don't leave her for NDC. Wait till the ADC. Wait till they find. I beg, and may go sit down. May go back to Dubai. Go to jollof the money when don't already carry. I wanted to respond to. There was a comment you posted just now. I wanted to, yeah. So anyway, I know what the comment said.
About the celebrity.
Yeah, leave celebrity. Yeah, we're not interested in celebrity. The point is that because Davido came out and spoke, right? We saw the impact. Because why do you have influence? The reason why you have influence, if Nigerians don't know how to use their influence, influencers in Nigeria don't know how to use their influence. They don't even understand their power. That's the funny thing, right? So we are saying, if you're going to speak for your uncle, your family members, you have that loud voice. Why not use it for the entire country? You're a global artist. Nothing wrong in asking that. After all, we have artists in the countries that you all love to go to. Speak up. Look at Nicki Minaj. How many of us, how many Nigerian influencers were pushing and talking about the unalivings of Christians in the North? How many? None. It took a Nicki Minaj, just one tweet, everywhere scatter. Did she lose followers? She did. She didn't care. She doubled in those followers as the days went on. So let's not act now. Let's not be acting like it's only when it concerns. Oh, that's the problem with Nigeria. When you talk about, and I'm not referring to the person who shared that comment. Oh, I'm not. When it comes to our collective good, everybody starts bigotry Olympics. Why? Why does it have to be him? Why? You forget that if everything is working, it's all for everybody's good. It's not for one person. He will even make more money. No, we don't think about the future. We don't think ahead. We only think about now, what we can. And that's the syndrome. That's what has kept us where we've been in Nigeria for so long, you know? So yeah, if Davido spoke up, we will drag him from here to Kafanchan. Nobody will do anything about it. People's money are in his pocket. So anyone that's crying over that, continue to cry. We don't give a damn. That's it. Dr. Uncle Benu, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my lovely sister. God bless you for spending time with us this morning on Political Roundtable. Shout out to Uncle Patrick for that comment, and shout out to my brother Ademola. Uncle Demola said, you can't force Davido to be vocal about an election. He supported his family to regain control of Osun due to personal family interest, not national interest. Federal elections are different. I absolutely agree. Federal elections are different too. Kami say at UB, I have a question. How long will Nigerians wait before they start hitting on PO if he wins the presidency and reforms are taking time to manifest? Now me want answer this question. No, Uncle Dayo and comparable now. Go answer that one. All me I know is this, Mr. Kami. All I know is that from the day you were sworn in as president, people will begin to criticize you from that very day, from the very first statement you make. It comes with the territory. Uncle Dayo, I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but I think that's just the way it has been generally.
I would like to say something on this.
All right, sir. Go ahead.
That Nigerians are not difficult to please. So it's not about Peter Obi performing miracle. The reason why people are, Nigerians are the most patient people I've ever seen in this world. The reason why people are coming and calling Tinubu out is because Nigerians have waited and waited and waited, they've not seen any form of improvement anywhere. And you still want them to keep on enduring. We have been enduring for the past 3 years. 4 years is running up. Still, nothing is happening. Things are getting much more and much more difficult. If Obi should come in tomorrow now, for instance, if Obi should become president and put policies in place, Nigerians can wait for the policies to mature and give us the dividends of democracy. And this, I think I'm also, when I say we are not difficult to please, we just have basic needs. Security, electricity, and good economy. Those don't need rocket science. Just put things to work, begin to make things work. They will give you time for a policy to mature and to become beneficial to people. So it's not about Peter Obi coming in tomorrow and now performing miracle and everything just say abracadabra, everything just change. No, that's not what we are here for. We are here to see good governance and some things that need to be attended to on time to be attended to. Let there be social justice. Let everything be working perfectly the way it's supposed to work. Let there be equity. Let there be peace in our communities. That's all. Yeah. Nothing more than that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, sir. Come in, sir.
Yeah, in reference to that question, like Uncle Dai was saying, Nigeria are very easy people to govern. All they want is a simple thing of living life. That's all they want. If we can give them a very sustainable life stuff, they don't want, they don't want all the whole luxury of. I'm not saying they don't like luxury, but if we give them a simple, all this killing, all this kidnapping and all that kind of thing, electricity to a substantial level. Food and all that kind of thing. That's all very simple people to govern. But that's not what we are getting in this government. So the question people have to ask. Let me get.
Okay. One thing I can say to that, my brother Kami, is that just like you said in your second comment here, that Nigerians have shown that no matter how bad the past president was, he becomes better than the current one. And that's what has been happening forever political circle in Nigeria. Okay, so here is the thing. In the case of Tinubu, I think Tinubu made one terrible mistake. And that mistake is what is costing him his administration till date, even though his supporters will not admit it. Remember, Tinubu had never been a president before. He was only governor of Lagos State. And we know he owns Lagos State. He does whatever I want to do. He say whatever I want to do. Won't be anybody there to argue with him. So that very day when Tinubu was sworn in, his first mistake was his first speech. He came in with Renew Hope agenda, isn't it? But his first speech betrayed that Renew Hope agenda. His first speech simply sold him to Nigerians as renewed shaggy. I don't expect people to agree with me on that, but mark my word, if Tinubu win this next election, you will see that his very first speech on the swearing-in day will be completely different from the speech he had on this first time of him. How would you come in the very first day and you tell people subsidy is gone? And immediately he made that statement, all the oil marketers, the gas stations, they started changing their prices instantly. That one statement brought suffering and hunger upon Nigerians till date. So it's not like maybe Tinubu is not trying in some area. He has some really good policy, to be candid. The only problem, he's not fighting corruption. He allows his APC people to do whatever they want. We now have criminals even running for Senate, running for governor, doing whatever they want. They are stealing money. They are doing whatever. He doesn't care. He doesn't fight corruption, which is one of the biggest undoing of his administration, even though his supporters will not admit. But when it comes to some of the policy and some of the things Tinubu put in place, they were long overdue. But the very first day he came in, his first speech betrayed everything. And his first speech is what is affecting him till now. He speaks like an emperor. I'm so sorry. He speaks like a godfather. He speaks like a man who believed he had the strategy to have Nigeria in his pocket. And he's moving like that. He has one goal, to dominate, to be the baba of everybody. And that's what he's doing. And you saw the governors that were running to, I can't believe, the day governor of Enugu State ran to go and join him, that's the day I knew that Omo forget. Look at all the Igbo governors. In fact, you have more Igbos in APC than any other party right now. What does that tell you? I'm using that as a reference because the Igbos are known not to be in alliance with either Yoruba or Hausa for a very long time. But under Tinubu now, we have a lot of your big Cubanas and the likes. Are they not doing city boy everything now? Baba don't care. So Baba came with an agenda, and his very first speech betrayed everything good he thought he was going to bring to Nigeria. So you remove subsidy, you say so many nasty things that does not put the people first. That is why people are dragging him. And no matter how much he try, he's still going to be scoring below average performance as far as the vast majority of Nigerians are concerned. And we can't blame Nigerians, because the most important thing president does that make people to praise them forever, show up for Tinubu agenda. And that is fighting hunger, making life easier for the people. Nobody can tell me one Tinubu policy that makes life easier for people. I know I've contested this their net fund before on several occasions, and I've also said this before, that look, a man who have 5-6 kids and they are hungry, the man is jobless, and you are telling the man that you're giving them net fund alone. How do you think you are helping that man? You are not helping him. The man is thinking about how to feed his children, how to pay his rent, no work. So if you present two options to that man, should I give you a job, or I give you net fund? You tell me which one you think the man will pick. So Tinubu miss it completely. It's all of Tinubu agenda and policy, none of them are putting the masses first. The most important thing, how do we combat hunger? No. Rather, Tinubu policy and agenda is, how do we satisfy France, satisfy all these Oyinbo, all these people that will be borrowing us money? How do we paint Nigeria, paint it, make it look beautiful, so that when we go and say we need borrow, they will give us money? That's all he's been doing most of the time. So, but like you said, Kami, a very good question. Even if Peter Obi get there tomorrow, from the very day he won the election, the criticism will start. APC people will begin to criticize him. And if you ask me, he deserves it, because it comes with the territory, it comes with the job. If you are a president, you can't expect everybody to be praising you. No, we have to see, some of us, we must see what you do before we praise you. And there are some people that no matter what you do, they will still not praise you. That's politics. And that's human being for us. Mr. Comparable Fact, are you back?
Yeah. But
okay, please finish your thoughts so that we can wrap up, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me finish my submission. So
Yes,
in reference to what I was saying, let me begin. Some of the things that I was going to say, I think I have commented, but I will come to a different angle. The situation we have to ask our country is Nigeria. I mean, is people in Nigeria better?
Hello? Oh, wow. Mr. Comparable, you are muted, though.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
So let me continue. So the question we have to ask about to Nigerian people is Nigerian people better off than they was 4 years ago, 8 years ago under Jonathan? The answer is definitely no. We are poorer. We have come to a different level of being one of the poverty capital of the world in all ramifications. Okay, I mean, we may come here and comment Tinubu about the policy. That's just a microeconomics. It's not micro feeling of people. People are poorer in all angles. I'm not even going to talk about insecurity. There's nothing really going on when it comes to Nigerian political tragedy in terms of people. If Tinubu is doing something okay, I mean, just very minimum. Nigerian people, like I said, they're very easy to govern. Just give them daily life, give them food, and give them, what can be sustainable to your life.
Mm-hmm.
What is Tinubu? What is Tinubu's scorecard? If you look at what's happening right now, Tinubu in in 3 years. Tinubu has borrowed more than Buhari borrowed in 8 years. Where's the money? Like you said, UB, the policy is good, but that's just on paper. How has that manifested to people? The answer is definitely not. You spoke about net fund. Do you know that they have increased the net fund recently? I mean, other countries like Kenya, Botswana, they are implementing free education. And we are, implementing loan like it's something an achievement. The loan that is going to be paid when you tell these APC people, they say no, they are not going to pay the loan. It's a loan. You're supposed to pay them. And the school fees has tripled or quadrupled. Did you know they have increased school fees recently? I don't know if you read about it last week. So what is the purpose of this loan? The poor people, there's nothing actually going right in this, in this particular administration. I mean, I think what's actually happening in Nigeria right now, like you properly said, Tinubu has transferred his hegemony, the way the way he governed in Lagos. That's the way he's governing the country right now. And why is all these governors, you see the governor from the southeast, every governor or people like Adeleke, why are they moving to the APC? Because he's making them afraid. Look at River State. If you don't join my party, I'm going to investigate you. I'm going to do whatever. They're all afraid. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. I don't see what's going nowhere. The next person that's going to come in, I don't see the headway for that. I don't see the headway. Nigeria is just in a precarious situation. I'm sorry. In all angles, look at what's happening to our football. Look, the same thing. He can use that as an analogy about the failure of Nigeria, about the failure of where we are in Nigeria. Everything is monetized. That's the same problem. I mean, I'm a football fanatic, but I'm using that analogy to show you where we are. I mean, we don't qualify for the under 20. We don't qualify for FIBA. Everything is going wrong in that country, and we are about to be banned by the FIBA because of what's going on in the NFL right now. I'm just using that analogy, so don't think I'm pivoting to a different area, but just to show you that Nigeria, things are just degenerating. You tell me, I love my country, okay? I love Nigeria. So when I come, to any platform and criticize, people say you're always criticizing. Okay, give me something tangible for me not to criticize. For me to say, okay, we are doing okay in this area, we're doing okay. I don't see any area we're doing okay. Like I said, it's all microeconomy. This is what we have right now. It's not transferring to ordinary people. Mr. Let me stop you, okay?
All right, thank you, Mr. Comparable. Thank you for joining us on Political Roundtable today. I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see you again. Campaign will start officially tomorrow, and with the obedience, we're going to start our own campaign. So
we'll be here, you'll be here. We'll be here.
We're going to start our own campaign from afar. Don't worry. All the bats, all the Tinubu supporters, I will give you our platform. You can also campaign. No wahala. Our own politics here, we know they fight. I go campaign for my own candidate, campaign for your own candidate. But when we begin debate, make you be saying that there we go they fight. By the time we go they point out what your candidate know they do right. May you not come they fight or say, no, you be wild, I go talk like that. Thank you so much, Mr. Comparable. I'll see you on the next one, sir. God bless you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Uncle Dio. Is Peter Obi and the NDC ready for 2027? Your final take, sir. And I also wanted to show our people what the video is saying. I think Uncle Dio, don't drop. Uncle Dio, I can't hear you. Anyway, here is what the video said post election interview from Davido. Davido said, I defeated 17 governors with my phone.
Results and calling him D7. What do you have to say about that?
I'm not going to apologize. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just letting people of the state the results their governor has. You understand? You left your state, came to another state to Rigo. First came to Rig, then you come in and then you start talking that my uncle is a dancer, he's not a serious, the road to your government house is not done.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle is not serious. First of all, you were not even elected. You were selected. You didn't win those votes, sir. You don't know what
this boy get bad mouth.
That's why you could go there and talk. And I feel so bad for his kids because they're like, see what my dad is doing. Do you understand? You are busy a sitting governor in his own state. Yes, the old governor staying in, where is he staying? Lying Motel. Walking around Lying Motel like in fact. Anyhow, sir, finish your 3 years. We'll visit you when it's time for you to get re-elected.
Uncle Daya, are you back? This Davido na bad boy. Oh, Davido get bad mouth. Oh, hey, I don't see something. So it means Davido and Okpebolo fight never finish. Oh. I don't blame Davido, yo. Okpebolo went to someone else's state and you start insulting the man in his own state. So Davido is right. When the time reach, they go visit her. And this Okpebolo now off election, I ain't get to off-season election. Uncle Dayo, is that not what he has? Off-season election, the Edo State governor. Okay.
Oh, do you mean this governor Okpebolo?
Okpebolo. Shebi na off-season election, I ain't get.
Yes, yeah. Now off-season election now off-season now. Due to the politics there. It's not regular season. It's an off-season.
Ingo Yera where be that. Davido don't say when he reach his turn, they are coming for him. Davido and in 30 BG. And he don't even worse. Edo people not to like that man. Now only Agbero, I see where they hail him. The people where they reasonable for Edo, I don't see a lot of them supporting Okpebolo. I don't. But anyway, this is where we're going to wrap it up. I still have a second show coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, be ready. We have so much to cover. On our second show, we're going to talk about this Professor Ade, or what's his name. We also have a couple of other trending issues. I don't know. There is this upsurge in DV now. I really can't put my hands on why that is happening. May God help us. I've seen a lot of DV situation recently now coming up. I even see one man. This one different. Ochebi that said na man na in the beat woman for DV mostly for Nigeria. This man where me I see, in wife break in head. Uncle Dayo, you see that one?
Not yet, sir. I've not seen it. Can you send me the video,
Ben? Hey, where I see him, be like say, na my ladies, na then share now with me. Oh, I'll go find her. I said that to you. In wife break in head, blood they come out for his head. God forgive me, I beg. When I see the man face, I will say this man be like person where go they beat his wife. But when I go begin see that blood gushing out of here, I say, oh God, I beg, forgive me. Which kind of woman be this? So we're gonna touch up on a couple of things. We'll talk about I don't really want to talk about that JC Ade because I think I have an unpopular opinion about that guy, and I don't want to offend anybody for this internet space. I've seen the rhetorics, I've seen the narrative being pushed out there, but when you look deeply about that guy's case, get killed somehow. So I'll see you guys in our second show. Be ready. We have a lot to cover. It's gonna be a lot of short clips that we're going to react to. This guy, una very dark man. I don't know whatever Wunmi did to Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man has been going after Wunmi again. You know, since he fucked up with the Peter situation, I think Very Dark Man's strategy is becoming clearer. Now, anytime we fuck up, he go revert to Iyabo Ojo and Wunmi because out of the blue, now I have new evidence. Bro, I don't know. That situation is there. Let me also just give you some clue to what we'll be discussing in our second show. There is this Lagos big boy too. They call him Casey Luxury. They just nabbed him. This guy was planning to travel with $27 million worth of cocaine. You know, I said to our people here, especially young folks, I'm encouraging young folks to not be swayed. Don't be carried away with all these Lagosians, all these Nigerian boys, girls that are claiming that they are making money miraculously. Majority of them are drug dealers. I am saying it and I'm not hiding it. Yahoo, Yahoo don't scatter. Yahoo no they pay again. Yahoo Plus don't cast. Now druggy na in the day. When you see all these guys that are saying, I'm buying motor for this person, I'm buying house for this person and all that, if they make that money through legitimate means, they will not be doing all those loud. Drug in on takwa. Drug in. So we examine that situation also. Then there is this other video that is trending now. One lady was having a wedding, and then one man begin on the spray him. And at that very moment, supposed to be the moment where she's supposed to be having her dance with her ladies. The man was just there spreading. Me, as an event vendor, things like this usually piss me off too. You need to know when to give the celebrant their own time. Okay? And then we're also going to react to one man. We react to one man where they cry, say, he don't they beg God for wife since, but woman no agree come, he no agree see wife. So we have so many short clips to react to. Everybody, go drink water. May you come back and then we talk. Thank you very much, Uncle Dio. Hopefully, I will see you in the next one, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
And let me greet my sister. Tell her
Say
hello. Okay.
No,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our political roundtable show for today. For those who might miss the show, we examined Davido. A lot of Nigerian youth think Davido betrayed them because Davido said he's no longer interested in the upcoming 2027 election. And thanks to all my panel on today's show. Shout out to, of course, my co-host, Uncle Dio, and my Egbon, my big brother, Comparable Fact. Thank you very much for making it make sense with us. And of course, I have my sweet, beautiful sister, Omoye's Corner. You know, Sister Omoye, she's really, really good at following development in the political space. So thank you, Sister Omoye, for bringing it 100. Sister Natu, love you, sis. Love you, my sister, to the moon. Our own Iyabegi. And of course, shout out to Uncle Patrick. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. Uncle Patrick, the next show will come up in about 2 hours, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. My brother coming, big shout out to you. Sister Rose, thank you. And of course, Mr. Ademola, I really appreciate you. I see you, everybody. Who else is in today's show? Abby, of course, now. When I know say now, our baby of the house be that. Abby is our managing director over here. Thank you, Mr. Adedamola. We really love you, bro. Thank you for all the contribution. And where is this, my brother that was dropping some gems earlier? Mom Shim, thank you, everybody. M. Joes, I appreciate you all. God bless you. This is not easy. We're going to continue to talk about Nigeria and we continue to see how we can at least help our people to do the right thing by claiming their right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't do what you are not going to do, okay? Bye for now.
You are watching Political Roundtable with UB. Like, subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments.